All right, welcome back to Blind Blitz. I almost said Super Scuff 64, although this is a Super Scuffed event. Our players today are ElectricFortune and ilikecorndogs, and they are playing BallGameTM. The 10-second countdown timer has started. ElectricFortune is the reigning champion of Super Scuffed. He has won the events for the original Super Scuff 64, and also the 30-star sprint. So this is going to be an exciting challenge up against Corn Dogs, a new player. Let's see, both of them are learning the controls right now. It looks like they might be using a controller. Let's listen into ElectricFortune. Yeah, these movements of the camera are interesting. I assume they're using... Okay, Corn Dogs has got a mouse going on, but Electric might be on a controller. I haven't played this game with a controller. Let's turn that down a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how he stacks up in this competition. This is BallGameTM, which is one of many ball games that exist. It is a type of 3D platformer where you play as a ball that rolls around and jump from place to place. There are some other common ball games, or more well-known ball games, like marble games, or sort of ball games. Alright, Corn Dog's clearing the first level already. Electric getting a little bit stuck on some of these first jumps. This is one of the first games that I ever personally blind raced. And I have to say, it's pretty fun. The physics in this can get very wacky in like a good way. In like a fun speedrunnery way. So I'm really excited to see how these guys utilize that. As Corn Dog's already on to the third level, Electric lagging a little behind here. Maybe not quite getting the momentum mechanics. Let's try to follow. It's a bit hard to see with some of the lag going on. Might have to give that stream a refresh in a moment. Okay, he knows he can skip that first platform. Does he know that he doesn't always have to be bouncing? Oh, that might be his issue. That's odd. I'm not sure why he's holding that down. Alright. Corn Dog's already onto the fourth level, danger ahead. This game was literally made for blind racing, so... Oh, there we go. Electric realizing he doesn't have to hold it down. Oh, he might think that jumping gives him extra momentum? I'm not totally sure that that's true. Alright, there we go. He makes that jump. It could also be a controller issue. I wonder if he's having like dead zone issues. That would be unfortunate. Oh, alright. It looks like he's made it through the first level now. Let's listen to Corn Dogs, having already reached level 4. There we go. Up to the goal already.
Okay, cool.
Alright, cool, he says. A new spiky looking level. Now in the game guide it does mention that you can touch these floor spikes on their sides. So you might be able to use that for some sort of alignment maybe?
Okay.
Doesn't look like he has to do that yet. Ooh, almost falling off there. Oh, and back to the start he goes. Ooh, using the reset level
I'm really
keybind.
not a fan of the camera because the controls are inverted vertically, and I am not used to that.
Oh, interesting. He's not used to the controls, he says. They're a little bit inverted from how he usually plays. Electric, the
Not
only
to
player to
mention it is
customize his ball, by the
Very
way.
sensitive.
And he is rolling ahead now that he's gotten past that first obstacle. A
Level 5
little bit of a roadblock, but he's getting it. Now here's really where the game comes into its own. these springs have all sorts of wacky physics and momentum you can do with them. Where based on the exact moment you press the jump button, you can get some absurd amount of height. You can skip entire levels with it. So I'll be really interested to see if anyone sort of picks up on how powerful these springs are and use them to their advantage. Like Corndog's already skipping one platform there. It's a small start, but you know, they're realizing that the deeper they go, the more height they can get. Also seeing that the goal seems to extend upwards maximally vertically, so I wonder if that'll come into play as well. Electric catching up a bit. Let's see if he'll get this level 5 on the first try, as Corndogs is facing a bit of a tightrope situation with these spikes. It's looking good for Electric, taking it a little slow, but he makes it on the first try. There's going to be some saved time over Corndogs as he takes another death on level 7, his first death. But not his first death of the game. Keep your balance, it says. It's as much a balancing problem as is a timing problem. Arguably more of a timing problem, especially towards this section, where you can't just jump over the spikes as easily. All right, Electric coming up to the, oh, brutal death for Corndogs. Electric clearing the spring level, and he's gonna be on the same level as Corndogs. He's fully caught up. Now, there is a bit of a knowledge gap between the two right now, as Corndogs has had a couple tries on this one, but you know, it seems Electric is starting to really click with this game. Maybe he's not having as many control issues as Corndogs. We heard Corndogs say the mouse controls were a little weird. Oh, and he gets a little impatient, but Electric dies as well. These two players are neck and neck right now. I want to say it's not a good sign for Corndogs that Electric is catching up so rapidly, but you know, maybe in the later levels, the new mechanics that are introduced might jive with one player more than the other. We'll have to see. Certainly not the end of the game for Corndogs. I believe there's about 50 levels on this game, so we've got a ways to go, and that's level 7 cleared for Electric, taking the lead. Corndogs, ooh, really struggling with the camera right now. Let's see how Electric is able to utilize these springs. Let's see if he can, you know, make some cool moves. There we go. I think he's starting to realize that the deeper he goes, the higher he can get. Corndog's also finding a spring, wondering if... Oh, okay, just because he fell off, getting back up there. 2 levels ahead now for Electric. Corndog's getting a bit impatient again, but it pays off this time, able to clear that level. So now we're really seeing the mechanic in the game guide come into play, where you can touch these spikes on their sides, but you know, it doesn't necessarily mean you want to. As we saw there, Electric touched it while he was in midair, and that caused him some momentum. Ooh, misses that jump narrowly, as Corndog's taking on the spring level. Both of our players making some good progress right now. Corndog's maybe not fully realizing that depth equals height, or maybe just having some timing issues with those springs. And here we go, let's see if Electric, oh, had a bit too much slippy momentum, slides right off. As Corndog's taking this bit of platforming very carefully. Oh, has a bit of a depth perception issue there. Misses that there is a tunnel of spikes awaiting them. Electric figuring out that, you know, maybe it's not worth my time to jump up that staircase. It looks like there's a faster route, and he's absolutely right. Now, I seem to remember when I played this game, I think there is a bit of a skip you can do on this level where you sort of jump around the edges. But, you know, it's a bit tricky. I think our runners are definitely still learning how to use these springs to their fullest potential. It's really interesting how Electric has these 90-degree camera movements. I didn't know these were a thing. Ooh. Yeah, it can be tough to make jumps in this game. You know, it's been a while since I've played, but I do remember some issues where if you hold the jump button, then sometimes you don't get as much height as you probably should. So usually what I would have to do is let my player roll around for a little bit, like half a second, not even, and then make the jump. Which it seems Electric is picking up on, and Corndogs as well. They're neck and neck right now. Corndog's actually a little ahead. It seems he's... Ooh, he made some good progress, though, for what I believe was his first try on the stage. Whereas Electric has been having some issues getting up here. Alright, just a few more careful jumps across the spikes for Electric. One more about to happen. And that'll be level 9 cleared for Electric. Another fun spring level. I believe this is one that you can skip entirely. So I wonder if our players are gonna, you know, try to look around, see their surroundings, and figure out that, well, that's the finish line to the right. Assuming I'm thinking of the right level, which I might not be. Hard to tell, because Electric hasn't been looking around very much. But I do remember there are some... Yeah, I do believe this is the right level. If you look around a bit at the start, you'll notice that, you know, the finish goal is just a bit to the right. There's some spikes surrounding it, but you can very, very definitely use that spring to leap all the way to the goal from the very start. Alright, but Electric... Oh! Tumbles at the very end. The last jump. That's unfortunate. And he's gonna keep going the long way around. So these players are a bit new to maybe mystery racing. It's possible they're not quite, you know, thinking about ways to work outside the box to clear these games. That's something I think we'll see a lot more of as we reach into the top 8 in the finals. So let's see, Corndog's on the same level as well. Let's see if he can make this final jump, and he does. He makes it. Oh, Electric again, tumbling at the end. A tragic way to go, especially twice in a row. But Corndog's is on to a new level theme. We're entering the snow levels. A nice new change of pace, nice new music. Now, I don't fully remember if these levels are slippy
really cool
slidey.
This game is practically Roblox obbies, and like that was my bread and butter as a child.
Ooh,
when I was
another
just a
fall
wee
from
lad.
Electric.
Okay, that does count.
Yes, Corndogs is comparing this to Roblox obstacle courses, which is a comparison I haven't heard before. But, you know, I'm not too familiar. I suppose that might be a new thing to check out. A new mystery game coming soon, perhaps. Roblox Obbies. Corndog's already 3 levels deep into the snow theme, moving quite quickly as Electric's a bit stuck on the spike level. Just threading the needle. He's threading the needle for sure with that timing. Alright, final jump coming up. Can he make it this time? Oh, and that's poor timing. Another death. This is brutal for Electric. We've seen him come back before. May he come back again? We'll have to see. Corndog's coming to some of the harder platforming in this game. These wooden platforms can be quite the trick to ascend. Ooh, Corndog's getting a good bit of height off of these. An interesting camera angle for sure, but they make it up. As Electric once again makes it to the final jump. Oh, and he narrowly makes it, moving on to the winter levels. Corndog's seeing a new mechanic here. It is a low gravity section caused by a gust of wind. I think they're trying to figure it out, like maybe they can jump all the way up. No, they're gonna have to do a bit of platforming. Shouldn't be too bad. I just saw your message, Adam. I should let you know I need the game I'm playing to be macOS compatible. Well, I'll do my best. We do have some retro games that you should be able to find some emulators for. Oh, I'm on Hark's channel for this chat. That explains why I didn't see your chat message here. Why am I on Hark's channel? Yeah, we'll have to see. There are some Mac games on the list. But you have to get your match scheduled first, which you haven't done yet. So Corndogs is a couple levels ahead now. The gap is tightening. So Electric makes his way through the quick first few snow levels. Let's see. Corndog's maneuvering onto that platform very gracefully. Ooh, almost overshot there. Now we've got a bit of a tricky one coming up. And Corndog's not quite realizing. Maybe thinking to himself, how am I supposed to make that jump? Well, I can tell you the answer is quite simple. It is a cycle. There is a gust of wind that moves between the platforms, and Corndog's wasn't there quite long enough. Adam, there is a ping for you on the Super Scuff server that you have to answer. So go look for that. Electric clears another level. Coming up to this vertical gust of wind section. And, he's already on the first platform, seeing maybe I can do a sneaky jump around. I think he definitely could have. But, he goes the long way around, the safe way around, and he makes it. Now, this introduces you to the concept of the cycles. As Corndogs makes it past another level into this high gravity section. It is, again, cycle-based. It cycles between these spikes. You have to play it carefully, play it patiently. A little extra careful for Corndogs, as Electric is getting all sorts of pushed around. But he makes it through. Riding the stream, only one level behind for Electric. It seems he's catching up. A bit of a repeated cycle of Electric getting stuck on one level for a really long time, compared to Corndogs, who has been about consistent pace this whole time, having some issues on some levels, 1 or 2 deaths, but, generally making consistent pace. It's still a really close race. I'm really interested to see, how these changes in the lead play out in the end. Corndog struggling a bit with some of these platforms. Some of the trickiest parts of this game are maneuvering these rotating wooden platforms. We're going to see a whole lot more of them towards the end of the game. Corndogs finishes that ascension, and Electric picking up on this auto-scroller, this cycle section here. Just one jump left, has to wait for the gust of wind. He goes for it. And he makes it. Wonderfully done. As Corndogs clears another level as well, so only very briefly on the same level. Corndogs, you know, maybe didn't read the game guide. We did tell him sparkly objects are important collectibles. But, you know, it's self-evident enough. Yes, you will need to collect all of the sparkly objects to unlock doors. We did warn our runners ahead of time. As Corndogs makes his way through some of these platforming sections. Alright, we are working on getting set up for some matches later. I believe we will have Mr. Twister versus Zier coming up later. Followed potentially by Evans versus Hark, although Hark says he's a bit unavailable right now. So yeah, we'll see what's coming up later. Corndog's working through getting all these collectibles on this stage. Little red cubes galore. Electric taking his time on this cycle section. Been a bit faster than the first one, I think. And even faster on this final one. Ooh, brave jump from Electric, but you know, he's gonna need some brave jumps to catch up. So I can't fault him for it. Ooh, those satisfying little coin collection sounds. We love to hear that. Alright, Corndog still trying to find all the collectibles on level 18. Bit of a longer one. Oh, okay. Misses that jump, so he resets the whole level? Interesting. That's not what I would have done. Seems like a bit of a progress loss, but especially considering Electric's now on the same stage. Only, you know, 10 seconds behind. Alright, he's seeing the mission. He has to get all these little collectibles. Ooh, barely missed that one. Corndogs is preparing to get on this moving platform. Yeah, there is a spring over here to help you, you know, get to some of the moving platforms you might have missed. Which I think is, I think if Corndogs noticed this earlier, they wouldn't have reset. Well, let's see, they're still in the lead for the moment. Is Electric making his way up to this spring section? Corndog's missed a jump, but not too much of a time loss. Let's see if Electric can make the jump. He might take the lead for a moment. Ooh. They're neck and neck right now. Electric makes a second attempt at that middle cube. Looks like he missed one over there. He's gonna have to go back for it. Ooh, beautiful landing on that moving platform. And he nails a collectible. On to level 19. As Corndogs is still missing a couple. Probably the same one on the moving platform. It's a bit out of the way for sure. That spring might be having some issues? I don't know if that spring is supposed to constantly launch like that, but it seems like it's resolved itself. So Electric is climbing up some more wooden platforms. A bit tricky to maneuver around, for sure. Ooh, especially if he's not quite rolling these platforms enough. You really want them to be tilting up so that you have some room to roll on them a bit and then jump. Which, you know, he knows it. He gets there. As he gets on this moving platform ride, oh, doesn't quite realize that the spikes are moving. He's gonna have to dodge them. Not quite moving, of course. The spikes are stationary, but the platform is moving into the offset spikes. As Corndog is now on the same level, getting that last collectible finally. Let's see Electric's second try at this moving platform. Almost falls off from the back, but he makes it. He's gonna have to wait here for another moving platform. Having some issues with the camera trying to make sure he can see what he's doing, but he's figured it out. He got a pretty good line there as well. A little bit more stalling. Wait for that platform. Looks like he's seen the dream, seen the route he has to take. Wonderfully done. One final moving platform here, I believe. We haven't seen any of the spikes yet, a little worrisome. Perhaps there are none. And indeed, there are none. Finishing at level 19. I believe we have one snow level left before we're on to another world. This one is a bit of an auto-scrollery one. You have to wait for that platform at the start, which he picks up on. Possibly you might be able to catch that other one if you're quick. But, you know, he's on controller, and it's interesting to see how that impacts his ability to, you know, pick up on his surroundings as he makes a couple leaps at that platform, but ultimately decides he's not getting up on there. But does he realize there's a second one? I think he missed the other one that came down for him. Yeah. Corndogs are making their way through this tricky ride as well. Corndogs does have a bit of a, somewhat of a practice advantage in this tournament, having done one match already, while this is Electric's first match. Technically our first seed, but you know, I don't suspect seeds will be mattering so much in this tournament. They were mostly picked arbitrarily so that people's schedules would align. Alright, Corndog's on the same level now as Electric. Just a little bit behind. Ooh, falling off that platform though. Electric taking this fairly slow. He's thinking to himself, you know, if I gotta wait for another moving platform cycle, that's better than dying. But he managed to get that little collectible anyway. Ooh, risky jump there, but he makes it. And I believe he will be entering the fire levels. Spicing things up, we are. Alright, some more spikes on these platforms and a hotter theme. Difficulty is going to be going up a good bit from here. Now once again, you can touch these spikes on their sides. Not sure if our players remember that, or, you know, if that's something that even matters necessarily. It's not like you have to touch these on their side. You can just jump right past them. That layout of spikes is so funny. It's set out so that it looks like you have to roll around them, but, you know, this whole game is about jumping. Surely no player would think to themselves they have to roll around. That's a clear from Electric as Corndogs takes another death on level 20. This is a long level, a long auto-scrollery level. You really don't want to be taking any deaths. That's gonna put Corndogs, you know, a further bit behind still. Which is rather unfortunate. But Electric doing some platforming around these wooden platforms, tricky as ever. he's wondering if he can make it directly over here, and yes, he can. I wasn't certain myself. Alright, just a few jumps left now for Electric, level 22. Out of the 30 levels in this game. Oh, and dies on the final jump. Didn't quite tilt that platform up enough or wait long enough to jump. Wondering if Electric's ball is supposed to mean something. The red with the yellow stars. It looks familiar, doesn't it? Looks like something from like Metroid or Kirby. Or maybe I'm just crazy. A Spiny, maybe? Nah, he would have picked white. But he clears that tough level there. As Corndog's still having a bit of trouble on this auto-scroller. So let's see what Corndogs is doing. Alright, getting on the platform. Looks like they're taking it slow enough. Just 4 collectibles left. Going to have to get onto that next moving platform. Oh, I think Corndogs is getting greedy. It looks like he's going for the collectibles, when really what he should be doing after this much time sink is taking this as carefully as you can. You want to land on the platform and then worry about getting the collectibles. Alright, another level cleared for Electric, taking a bit of a lead right now. Not sure how Corndogs will be able to catch up, but you know, Electric's gotten stuck on some levels himself. It's certainly possible he'll get stuck on another. I do believe there is a real tough one around 28, 29. So we will have to see how Electric fares on that one. As Corndog's very close to the end of 20 now. Just one platform left. Don't get greedy. Whew! Those are 2 risky jumps, but Corndogs makes it. And on to the lava world himself. As Electric making some familiar feeling spike jumps. We've seen some similar ones earlier in this game, but Electric definitely making good use of the fact that jumps are easier when you have momentum. He just goes one jump right after another. Now this is a bit of a tricky level. A bit of a new mechanic. Ooh. Unfortunate timing there. It looked like he was trying to skip those spikes entirely by jumping off the back part of the spring. Of the pogo, maybe. It does say pogo around. I'm not certain if that's possible, but I like the way he's thinking. Alright, but he will... Ooh, he definitely can get the height if he doesn't fall off, that is. And he stumbles his way into some good timing there. Now, it's not quite clear where the goal is, but I do believe the height is infinite, so... Now, Corndog's going through this 22 level pretty fast compared to how Electric was doing it earlier. He's not taking maybe the most direct route to the finish like Electric was, but I mean, he's making quick work of those platforms until he takes a death on the final jump, but so did Electric. Maybe not a time loss, but certainly not a time gain. As Electric on to level 26. 4 levels ahead. The conveyor belt level. I do have to wonder, and I wonder if Electric might be thinking it himself. If you can just jump past this wall. And I seem to remember the answer being yes. But I suppose the conveyor belt doesn't take too long. I wonder if either of our competitors will go for it. But our players right now do seem to be focused on playing the game. Not so much thinking outside the box. So I'm really excited to see maybe later in the tournament as people start to realize that, you know, maybe there could be some unintended solutions to these games. Ooh, not sure if Electric meant to jump there. But he is making it through this conveyor belt. As Corndog's still a little stuck on 22. It looked like he was going to get right past, but he's taken some unfortunate deaths. Electric onto 27 now. This is one of the tougher levels. This next section coming up especially. With the gusts of winds, it can be hard to, you know, bob and weave between these spikes. Especially when you can't see them coming at you. Ooh, but Electric making it through that on the first try. And it's not over yet. As he gets a little pushed back by that gust of wind. Corndog still on 22. Falling a bit behind right now, 5 levels. Electric got a bit of an angled camera here, trying to stick a little bit to the right of the middle. So we can go against oncoming traffic. A smart strategy for sure. Almost there, almost there. I think he's just safe. Point where he's not going to die. Whew, and he makes it. That was a stressful one, but clearing 27 on the first try. Clearly this man is driving with this game. A very impressive showing there. As Corndog's still here on 22, this lead is only getting wider. It looks like he's doing some, you know, a bit of a skippy jump around strategy, it might look like. You know, I like to see that, but, you know, in this case, I'm not sure it's helping him. I think one mechanic he maybe hasn't fully picked up on. Oh, it looks like he's got it. Like I mentioned earlier, if you hold the jump button and auto jump off these rotating wooden platforms, like you just saw there, you often only get half of your jump height. Not sure if that's intentional. I have talked to the game developer before, and I believe it was not intentional, but he did say he was done with the game, so. Electric on 28. I believe he took a death. Another death from Corndogs. He can't be happy right now. As he's been on this level for quite the few minutes. Must be wondering, where's my competitor at? Is he having these issues as me? As Electric is actually fighting this gust of wind right now. These gusts of wind are, quite the bother in this game, I must say. Ooh, but Electric narrowly making it across those spikes. Let's see if he can get the right timing through this moving set. You know, I might wonder if, like we see Corndogs doing, if it might be a smarter idea to jump around the sides, but Electric goes through the timing wall, and he makes it. On to level 29 now, one I remember being quite tough. Perilous climb. It is a true test of mastery in this game to see if you really understand how these wooden platforms work. There is a long, long line of wooden platforms that Electric must pass. So we'll see how he's able to get through this. As Corndogs, unfortunately 7 levels behind, still stuck on level 22. Hopscotch! Oh, I think that was another death on the final jump. Getting impatient, perhaps. You really gotta tilt up that final platform and take your time with jumping off it. Lest you auto jump and You know, don't quite get the height. Went a bit too far for that jump around there. I do like that he's found ways to make this level easier. Electric. Almost falling there, but he's able to recover. His platforms are tilting maybe a bit more than he's wanting to. Can't quite get the jump height that he needs. But he is slowly lowering this platform to the point where he can stand on it. I believe this is like his first or second try. And let's see if he can save himself there. Wonderfully done. Ooh! Careful, Electric. This is a tough level for sure. It took me many, many minutes, but Electric is making a quick pace through it. He's got a bunch of these platforms rotated already so that, you know, oh, they're not too hard to jump up on. Ooh, that one's gonna be tough if he ever falls again. But for the moment, it looks like he might make it. One jump left. It's a tricky one for sure, though. Oh, and he tries the auto jump there, but the auto jump is not going to cut it. You just don't get the height that you need. Fortunately, though, again, he manages to save himself from death. Let's see how this quite tilted platform fares for him. Alright, the auto jump saving him there, fortunately. That is one thing it's good for. You don't want to make your big jumps with auto jump. But Electric makes it! That was a first try, level 29. He may have gotten stuck earlier in this match, but this game is no match for him as Corndogs clears out 22. But it might be of no use. Electric, I believe, on the final level now. I will double check with my guide as he is making his way towards the end of the game and the end of this race. Time will end on the thank you for playing screen. We will get ready on that. This is throwing everything at you. Spring, spikes, moving spikes, gusts of wind, gravity, pogos, moving platforms. A true test of everything you've learned so far. Is Electric taking this cycle carefully? Just one moving platform left until this game is cleared for Electric. And that's goal. Let's see. Thank you for playing, and that is time for Electric advancing to winners round 3. His first win of the tournament bracket. An incredible performance. Corndog's working through level 23 now. Let's see if Electric is interested in a post-game interview. Electric, congratulations on that win. Electric, congratulations on that win. Yeah, it is a neat little one for sure. Yeah, there is like a.
Right at the end too.
It's Monkey Ball-esque. It's a Super Marble Ultra-esque.
I will have to reboot.
Yeah, so you enjoyed that game? It was interesting to see for sure. You get stuck on that first level, and then all of a sudden it looked like it clicked. There was one other level you got stuck on for a bit. I'm trying to remember which one. It was one of the... I think it was the last... Oh, it was the last one before the snow level. It's level 10. You got a little stuck there for a bit. But, I mean, you made quick work of that end game. I'll double check. My tester time for this was 47 minutes and 50 seconds. Your final time was 42:32. Yeah, I was really impressed by how you got level 29 on the first try. That one took me. Yeah, it's a tough level for sure. What do you think about the physics on these wooden platforms? Yeah. Yeah. I did talk to the game developer after I played this for the first time, and I think they said that was well, my understanding is that if you use the auto jump, it is mostly what causes the lessened height. So if you just like land on the platform and then jump, you usually get more height. Yeah. They said they worked on most of the physics quirks that they could, but some slipped through. I was interested to see that both of you have done fairly like linear intended solutions throughout some of these levels, whereas when I first played this game, like that final grass level that you got stuck on, I just jumped directly from the start of the level with the spring directly to the end. So I think it'll... Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a fair way to play it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I saw you like stop for a moment, and I was wondering if that's what you were thinking. Yeah, you made it on your second try, yeah. Alright, we have another racer that says they're ready. So let's see if we can get that match going in a little bit. We're gonna let Corn Dogs finish out, of course. Corn Dogs got stuck on a level you breezed through level 22 with some spikes and some wooden platforms. But yeah, this was a super neck and neck race. I think you had some levels you got stuck on for longer, but Corn Dogs has been making a more consistent pace where they'll have 1 or 2 deaths consistently on every level. So you were able to save time in the long run. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, I was impressed by your performance on 29. Well, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you've got the platforms prepared so that you can jump off them more easily. All right, so that's your first win of the tournament. You'll be advancing to face the winner of Hey Fei Fei and Dunkel, which I believe has been postponed to tomorrow, but that will be a fun matchup, I think. Coming up, we're gonna try to get Zobi versus Skylord Zoe set up. So don't go anywhere, chat. We will have more games coming up later. Is Corn Dogs making their way through this conveyor belt? Nice and slow and steady. You were jumping a lot on this conveyor belt level. Oh! Corn Dogs. Yeah. I completely understand. Absolutely fair. I was impressed. Yeah, this one was tough for me. You did it on the first try. You really breezed through this lava world faster than I think the game developer probably imagined. I think that probably is true. I mean, I guess the first 2 worlds did have some more auto-scrollery type levels. That's another one that Corndogs got stuck on for a while. That auto scroller level 20. Sorry, I was taking a drink. It is the final level of the snow world. We have to wait for a moving platform at the very start.
Oh, I should have just gone to blue.
I saw you make a couple tries at it. What I think you miss is that there's another moving platform that comes behind you. But, you know, you only lost a couple seconds.
Stick to blue side.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't do anything.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I understand what I need to do from here on out.
Yeah, you played this game with a controller. Corndogs is on mouse and keyboard, I do believe, but I did hear them complaining at one point about having inverted controls.
That's not how I do it. Okay.
They didn't stop to fix it, which I believe there is an option for it. Yeah, I saw. Does that ball have any meaningful significance to you, or you just liked it? I knew it had some significance to it, but I didn't quite know what it was.
Now, move back, jump up. There we go. Thank you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Love this game. Love this game.
Corndogs is singing about how much they love this game. Which I suppose is probably sarcastic.
Okay, cool. Great story.
Yeah, Corndogs are having about as much troubles on this level as I did. Let's see, they're close to the end now, though. This is slow and steady, alright.
It's all a rhythm game. Okay, there is a standard shenanigans stuff here. We're gonna
Yeah.
one more.
Don't
slam into it at the wall.
You did great on this level.
Yeah.
I think that might be one advantage to using a mouse, is that you can more easily sort of pick up on your surroundings. Yeah, absolutely true. I'm sure there's probably some hybrid you could make. We need the motion controls in this game. Alright, we're waiting to see if Zobi is available for this next match.
Is that supposed to be like a viewing platform then? It's neat if so, but also I'm skipping your obstacles. Alright. There we go, let's go.
Like Corndogs is on the final stretch now.
Down in difficulty.
Let's see how they fare on 29. Alright, they're activating their lag switch. Corndog sounds like the narrator in the Witness parody game. Our first death here. It looked like they reset and instead of trying to get back on the platform, which, you know, you realize pretty quick that you know, maybe you can't necessarily make every jump on the first try. Maybe it's not physically possible. Yeah. Absolutely. Alright, what was your final in-game time? Let me look at that before I remove your screen. Woo. Oh, it's gone. Well, oh well. You beat my real time.
Nice. Okay, one last level. I think.
Wow, okay.
That's
Got
fine.
through 29 pretty quick as well.
Let's hope I can make it in under an hour.
They're going for sub-hour. Your game time is gone. It's in the VOD.
Oh, this is not a long level at all. I can definitely do this in the hour then.
Yeah. I'm impressed by how fast
Let's wait.
you guys are both able to get through 28. Especially Corn Dogs went through it pretty quick as well.
Depth perception. Perception check genuinely nat 1. I thought that was on the next bit. The next jump and not, you know.
Perception check nat 1. I'm sorry, Corn Dogs. It's terminal. We're gonna have to put you down. What a funny quote. Narrowly avoiding these moving spikes. Just one moving platform left.
Good bounce.
All right, take it easy now. Oh my gosh, what a risky jump!
Is that time?
And that is time for Corn Dogs. Oh, Corn Dogs coming in now. Corn Dogs, how'd that go for you? I heard you mention that a bit. You are able to change quite a few settings in this game if you wish to. I thought I was. I don't remember. Oh. Well. True. Regardless, you did great. You found some more out of the box solutions for some of these levels. Like 22, you're starting to work on jumping around the obstacles instead of going linearly through. I like the way you were thinking there. Mm-hmm. I think certainly some of the cheese in this game was intentional, so I'm glad you're able to pick up on it. Yeah, absolutely. GG's to the both of you. Thanks for playing. You'll be up against... you're not out yet. There's a loser's bracket. You'll face off against someone. We don't know yet. The winner of Magic versus the loser of Hey Fei Fei vs. Dunkel is who you faced. Not convoluted at all. 3 possible people. Mm-hmm. Yes, you do get a little bit of a break. All right. Well, chat, we are going to try to get set up for Zobi versus Skylord Zoe. Assuming Zobi's around. So we'll be back in a little bit, chat. Stay tuned.